Well, I'm checking this to check it out. So, today we were talking about being accepted, being tolerated by your non-melanated spouse. Now, as a black man, as a black guy, whatever you want to call me, yeah, I've had multiple relationships with non-melanated women. Now, if you don't know what melanated means, right? I'm melanated. Look at my skin color, yeah? So I'm black, okay? So non-melanated, you take the guess. So basically anybody who's not black, okay? So you're talking like white, it could be white, Chinese, Greek, whatever, right? I've had multiple encounters, multiple relationships with these women, right? And the reality is that probably pretty much all, bar maybe the odd one, I would say their parents are not in favor of them going with a melanated man like myself, okay? It's funny because like a few years ago, my auntie said to me like, so you with now, Ches? As in like what you going out with or who seeing? I'll be like, oh, so and so, and like, she knew it was a white girl, right? She'd be like, Ches, go get yourself a nice black girl. Hey, I'm like, listen, like I'm not against being with a black woman at all, right? But it's not as simple as that. And I'll come back to that part later. But she only said it in jest anyway. My family not like that. My family is very welcoming of any race. Okay, we've got white in our family. You know what I mean? Whatever. All our family are welcoming of anybody. That's just who we are, and that's just how, especially Jamaican. I'm from Jamaican heritage. You know, Jamaicans are very welcoming in general to anybody, and sometimes that can be to a fault. But hey, but that's neither here or there. But so yeah, so more time than not, what are you gonna? If you're a melanated person like myself, or it could be even an Asian guy, it could be Indian, it could be Pakistani, Bengali, you know, whatever. And you're going out with a white woman. Chances are that you won't necessarily be accepted, but you will be tolerated to a point. Now, just because you're tolerated doesn't really make it any better, to be honest. Yeah, obviously it's better than being obviously it's better than being not accepted at all or not tolerated at all. Obviously it'd be a hostile environment and you couldn't go. You know what I mean? Like, your girl couldn't introduce you to a family or whatever, blah, blah. She couldn't do it. I've been in that situation before. So what do I mean by tolerated? What do I mean by tolerated? Now, again, I can call up on many a situation, many different women. Probably so many that I can't remember, to be honest. But some I probably forgot. But what was I gonna say? So let me try to think of one of the examples I remember. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so so this girl that I was going out with, circa 2018 to about 2020, yeah. She's about 10 years younger than me, but again, that's neither here or there, whatever. But yeah, so obviously I was introduced to her family and whatnot, blah 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 blah, and she's probably one of the better examples, I should say. I was always welcome around their house. Mum was cool with me. The dad was cool. Me and her dad didn't really speak like that. Again, I don't know why. Maybe just we didn't have anything in common. But again, we didn't really speak like that to whether to know whether we had anything in common or not. You know what I mean? We didn't really. Well, we kind of did, to be fair. We were both in the army. We both worked in logistics, so we did have two major things in common. But again, like we didn't really speak like that though for whatever reason. Yeah, so I can't really work out on his behalf whether he was just tolerating me, you know. On the flip side, her mum was cool. I had no dramas with her mum. We just talk whenever, you know what I mean. Her mum was cool, man. Her mum was cool. I'll give her that. So what I realized, a lot of people put on fronts. A lot of people put on masks. Okay, they put on masks, right? So I don't know. Even though I got on with her mum, kind of thing, I don't know whether again I was just tolerated. I don't know. I can't say for certain whether I was tolerated or not. Again, people put on masks in it, so she probably put women are very good at putting on masks as well. So, so on one hand, I don't really want to say that she did tolerate me, like she wasn't accepting, but she tolerated me. I don't really want to put that on like that because I'm not 100% sure. On the other hand, she was completely fine with it, you know. So I don't really want to put that on her like that. So again, okay. So for that, I would say that she was always cool with me, respectful, polite. You know, everything was cool, cushy. Again, dad, not too sure. You know, whenever we went round, we said our pleasantries, hello. You know, hey, you know, always said hello, kind of thing. But we never really sat down and spoke though. Again, I don't know why. Whatever. Again, I'm not there like holding a grudge against it, thinking like, why don't you speak to me? Like, I was never really thinking that. You know what I mean? I just, you know, whatever, man. I'll just go with the flow. Get me? You know. I never really felt any hostility. Put it that way. But again, he was a chill dude anyway. Like he was proper laid back. So again, whether he just tolerated me or not, I don't know. But like I don't really know. But so that was just her mum and dad. As for her sisters though, because she had two sisters, all right. Well, she had one like her age, and she had one. Her other sister was like my age. Okay. And when it came to them, I definitely felt that they definitely were accepting of me and her. Definitely not. Again, I didn't really. Me and her sister didn't really. Me and her older sister didn't speak any kind of words at all, really. Like, but she lived away. Like, so whenever she came down with her boyfriend or whatever, and if I was there again, like if we went downstairs or whatever, I would say hello, and that'll be about it. Again, like there was no like, you know, when people go out the way to try and. You know when people go away to try and get to know who somebody is, kind of thing. I never really got that from her at all. Not one time. Again, her other sister who was her age, all right. She had a mask on, but it slipped a few times. You know what I mean? I remember before I was just sitting and joking with the girl at the time. Yeah, we were just joking around. I was actually bigging her up. Actually, we were just having a little conversation because like my girl at the time, she was like she'll break out in spots sometimes. You know what I mean? And like I made a little joke about it, but you know, I don't put down any more women that I'm with. But at the same time, I made a little joke about it. But at the same time, I said something like, "Well, but you don't need no makeup anyway, make you pretty as you are," which she is. And her sister was in the same room, and she overheard it. So basically, she probably heard what she wanted to hear, so she had a reason to kick off, and it kicked off big time, all right? Because this bitch, she didn't even fucking. Again, she heard what she wanted to hear, because she was just waiting for a reason to show her disdain towards me, yeah. So that kicked off big time, and that was one of the real big stumbling blocks in our relationship, because her sister was around there. Well, she lived there for a period of time. Then she went away for, I think it was uni or something or whatever. Then she come back. So it's like whenever she was there, I wouldn't go around. I said, listen, I ain't getting in no bullshit with your sister, man. I ain't doing it. I don't put myself in uncomfortable situations. So that was a big stumbling block there. So her sister definitely were accepting of me. You know what I mean? But it is what it was. Another situation. I was young. I was about 18. So this is going back to 2006, 2006. I was going out with again another white girl. Very, very pretty. Put it this way, everyone wanted a piece of her, man. Trust me. Everyone wanted a piece of her, but I got her. You know what I mean? I still laugh at myself to this day. People used to hate, man. People were hating hard. Trust me. She was like, she had natural blonde hair, long hair, like right down there, natural long hair. Like pretty much flawless. Pretty much flawless. You get me? And that's just being honest, she was. So yeah. So again, so whenever I used to go around hers, you know, because more time not, she used to come around. I used to go around hers. She'll come around mine sometimes, but more time I go see her. You know what I mean? Again, her mum was cool with me, cause like what it was, how I got to know her. I was working on the doors at the time, and my girlfriend at the time, who we were talking about, she was working at the same bar that I was working at on the door, and I think her mum used to work there a while like before. So whatever. So there you go. So that's how I got to know her anyway. But anyway, so I used to go around. Her mum was cool with me, like, you know, she was very polite, cool, and no issues. You know what I mean? So, but her dad I'm not too sure about that at all, because her dad, man, I don't know, man. He's one of them, like, I don't know. He was like, put it this way, he's one of them dudes. He just wouldn't want to fuck around with. You know what I mean? That's how it was, right? Like, kind of come. You kind of, he's very like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to think of the words to explain it. And I think, don't be wrong, I spent a fair time around the house. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Again, I don't really think, I'm not really too sure whether me and her dad spoke like that. I can't remember. I don't think we did. I don't think we did, to be honest, no. But like, whenever me and my ex, whenever we wanted to go out somewhere, like, dad used to drop me and her off in the car. And put it this way, like just from the vibe I was getting, I just feel like he was doing right by his daughter to keep her happy, kind of thing. But I don't really think he really wanted me involved with her. Get what I'm saying? So even though he used to drop me and her off and pick me and her up from wherever we went to, whether it was like cinema or wherever it was. Obviously back then I didn't drive, she didn't drive. Like he used to do it, you know what I mean? Like, again, I don't really want to put that. Don't really want to put that on him like that, but I don't know whether. But just from what I remember, I feel like he was just like. Cause I feel like if he was to push her daughter away by not accepting me, all right, it would just probably just cause hellfire. You know what I mean? So he probably thought, you know what? He probably swallowed his pride a little bit, and just done what he had to do. Like he was very like, I'm trying to think how he come across. Again, this is going back years ago, and I can't remember now. But like, he was kind of very stern. You know what I mean? Like he just didn't want to. Yeah, that's how it was, man. Like I didn't really feel too comfortable around him at all. Really did not. You know what I mean? And even more recently, someone that I was seeing, her family, right? But you know, we was on and off kind of thing. But come to find out, more so recently, that basically well, it wasn't even more so recently. There was one instance a few years ago, when a daughter said something racist towards me. I can't remember what it was. I wasn't there at the time, but she said it on the phone. Whether it was on the phone call or text, can't remember. But I remember finding out. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck's this? And then the excuse was, but then she apologized afterwards, and the excuse was she was just jealous of some bullshit about me spending, like her mom spending her time with me. Why she came out with that word? I can't remember what word it was. I can't remember what word it was. Some sort of derogatory racist name anyway. I can't remember exactly what she said. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, wait, just because you're angry, you don't come out with a racist remark. I've been fucking, listen, I've been fuming at, I've been fucking raging at certain people, at certain non-melanated people or white people or whatever like that. Not once. I never come out with no racist words towards any white person because angry. If that's coming out when you're angry, that's what's already in your head. That's what's already in there. That's already in your soul. So eventually, it's gonna trigger and it's gonna slip and it comes out. So that was the first instance. That was one of her kids. So that was one of her kids, right? And then one of our other kids, again, one of our other daughters, right? Again, I found out that she was wearing a mask. She didn't like me at all. Again, that certain things went on. Like, so, certain things went on, and like, I heard certain things and that, and I found out she didn't like me anyway. I'm like, what the fuck, man? So you got two. So two of your daughters, one of them's racist. The other one might be racist, but she actually said no derogatory words to me like that. But it came out but put it this way, like she said enough for me to know that she don't like me. Okay. Whether she had the balls to say, whether she's racist or not, I don't know. Might be, but she might have the wherewithal to not say the word. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I found out she didn't like me. Okay. So that's two. That's two of her daughters. That's two. Right. So God knows about anybody else. But I'm thinking, see, this is, so this is what's gonna happen. This is what's happening. Now the thing is, right? I didn't know. See, I didn't know that she didn't like me, right? But clearly she was just tolerating me for the sake of her mum. But when certain things transpired, it was over just sort of over minor little shit it was. And then she was just shutting her mouth up and saying shit. I'm like, okay, is this how you really feel? Okay, I get ya. Okay. So, see, this shit I shouldn't have to be putting up with this bullshit, right? I think there's only, but from recent memory. Again, I can go back even further. Like even when I was 16, I was going out with a Greek girl. No way. She told me straight that she couldn't introduce me to her dad. Her dad will fucking whoop her ass, straight up and down. I was with a Chinese girl before her. She basically told me the same thing. If her parents find out, grandparents find out, she'll get her ass whooped. Okay, so I've had a lot of experiences. More so, I forgot more than what I remember, to be honest. So, but again, more recently, probably going back a couple of years now, I was seeing someone for a little while. And I met her dad a few times. The dad was cool. Like she got kids. She got mixed race kids. All right, dad's cool. Her mom's cool. So in more recent memory, that's probably the only person I probably felt that I wasn't tolerated. I was more so accepted. Again, I don't know whether it's because that Davis had to come to terms with who her daughters had kids with in the past. And obviously the kids are getting older now. She's got, the various ages. So yeah, they were very cordial and polite with me. So again, I'll probably say I probably felt more accepted with them than I have in more recent years with other people. So this goes to the point where I said earlier, when my auntie said to me in jest, go find yourself a nice black girl. Well, listen, I'm not against that. I've dated a couple of black girls, right? But it's not that easy. Why is it not that easy? Because most black women, they want roadman, wannabe roadman. Well, yeah, one of the two. And the black girls who don't want that, just want a normal, decent dude who ain't into no fuckery, yeah, who ain't into no bullshit. They're literally so few and far between that it's no point even mentioning them. All right. So yeah, I don't give a fuck about what color you are. Like, if you like me and I find you attractive, then I like you, then we're good. I don't give a fuck what color you are. Simple as that. I've never had I've never like right, this is my preference. I only want this, or only want that. Never been that way. Right? Well, like I said, most of these black girls, they want roadmen or wannabe roadmen. When I mean by wannabe roadmen, like the dudes who go on like some sort of bad boy and whatever, they go on like it, but really they probably ain't. Yeah. But as long as they're putting that persona, that's enough for the black girls. Get me? Now it ain't just black girls that like that like roadmen. Even white women do. More so More so than not now. As the years gone by, even it's more that. So again, it's not just black girls who are like that, but obviously more time than not, most white women ain't looking for no roadman compared to black women. They're not. Right? So that's just what it is. So what am I gonna do? If you think I'm gonna change my persona, try and be something that I'm not, just to attract a black girl, you stupid. I ain't doing that. I've always been me, and I'll continue being me. I've had pretty much good success being me, getting women. Yeah. So that's not my problem. Whether I'll probably never be with a black girl ever. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not one to force something or trying to be something I'm not, just to attract a certain type of woman. Fuck that. No. You know what I mean? So yeah. So if you're a melanated person, just be mindful that the fact that when you get involved with non-melanated women, chances are their family probably just tolerating you. You're not really accepted. You just tolerated, and that goes for a lot of things in life. Even in the workplace, you might not necessarily be accepted. People may pretend to be your friend, right? But really just tolerating you. You know what I mean? That's what they're doing, just tolerating you. And that's just the cold hard truth. You're tolerated more than not, right? That's just what it is. So, again, there'll be a few, there'll be a few rare occasions where if you're dating a non-melanated woman and you get to know her family and whatnot, they might embrace you with open arms. And and if you're like me, you can sense whether it's genuine or not. But like I said before, people do wear masks, especially women. Women do wear masks, okay? But you gotta have a when you experience with people like me. I'm very experienced with a lot of different people in a lot of different situations. I've been around a lot of different people, a lot of different situations, a lot of different places in the country, whatever. Okay. Again, a lot of people put on masks, but I'm able to usually now, especially now, I'm able to see through it. All right. So again, don't think everything's cushy. Don't think everything's cushy. Don't ever just think that you're accepted. You gotta really see. You gotta really see what these people are about. You know what I mean? All right. Okay, and that's just the harsh realities of life, to be honest. It's funny because on the other spectrum, okay, on the other, talk about my family now, and from what I know from other Jamaican families, we are very accepting. We are very, very accepting of other people, other races, okay? That's just who we are. You go to a carnival, you go to the carnival, right? Nobody's giving any white people evil looks there. Nobody's saying, what's this white girl doing here? What's this white man doing here? Listen, we embrace you. Like, come on, celebrate. Come with us. You know what I mean? That's just who we are. But unfortunately, the same can't be said for other races. Again, because they see black people as the pits below. They literally see us as the shit on the fucking bottom of their shoe. That's how a lot of non-melanated people see black people. That's the reality of it. that's just the reality of it. Okay. I remember before growing up as a kid. At the time, I used to live at my nan's house. My mum lived there as well. I lived there. My nan had like a 6-bedroom house. You know, I think my auntie lived there as well. So there's a few of us lived in the house, and I remember right across the road, there was an Indian family there. One of the girls there, she was my auntie's age. She was 10 years older than me at the time. So let's just say I was about 8, 9 years old. She was about 18. So she used to hang out with my auntie, who was 10 years older than me. Right. And I used to hang out with her little. I think they were her brothers, maybe the 2 brothers. Can't remember if they were brothers or cousins. Can't remember. But I used to hang out with them, and you know, she used to always come around my nan's house. She was family. She was family. She was family. That's how my nan treated her. She was like family. She was like family. She was family. You know what I mean? That's how she got treated. You know, everyone had respect for her. You know what I mean? And the little ones who I used to play with. But could I go on theirs? Very rarely. There's many a time I used little kids I used to play, who used to live in the house as well. I used to hang out with. Like they'll say, "Come in." Like, "I'll come inside. Come in mine." And then they'll knock on the door, and at the time, because her nan used to live there, but their nan used to live there as well. All right, and her nanny used to be kicking up fuss. She couldn't really speak English, but she was like kicking up fuss, like in their language. I think they were Hindu. Anyway, she used to be kicking up fuss, like basically saying like I'm not allowed in. Like that's what it was. I remember like asking, what was the boy's name now? I used to hang around with. His name was Kuresh. There was Kuresh and Dipesh, them 2. And I used to ask him like, why come I can't come in? He's like, my nan don't like, my nan doesn't want to let you in. I'm like, oh. You know what I mean? Like, again, I was young at this age. I don't really understand. You know what I mean? Yeah, more time than not. And then I used to kick off, man. I was never allowed around. But they were allowed around ours. They were like family. But I couldn't go around theirs. Trust me, the odd time, sometimes they used to start to sneak me in. And then like, I'll be sitting somewhere, wherever, with them. Yeah, and then I was hearing Nan in the background, like shouting, just kicking off some shit. Again, in their language, I don't know what she was saying, but obviously she wasn't happy that I was in the house. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to say, man. Like, so it's just that's just the reality of life. You know what I mean? I'm not necessarily crying about it, but I'm just making people aware. You know, if you're a melanated man, and you're dealing with a non-melanated woman, you know, be mindful. Have a look. You know what I mean? Be very mindful, because like I said, you're probably most likely being tolerated. They don't necessarily want you there. They don't necessarily want you involved with their daughter or whoever. You know what I mean? Don't necessarily want that, but you know, they'll just tolerate just to keep the peace. You know, they don't want to cause a rift with their daughter. You know what I mean? So that's what they do, and they might tolerate you for years. You know what I mean? For years, and that's just how it is. You know. So I've rambled on now quite a long time, nearly 35 minutes, but this is a little story time. You know, I'm sure some of you out there can relate. You know, it's just the world is not good, man. People are not good, but what can you do? Anyway, with that, I'm out. I know I'll probably do another video one time when I can be bothered. Right, I'm out of here.